Capitec proudly brings you My Design Rules. Bank on better.
Last week on My Design Rules, our three talented duos arrived at Paul Filet Lifestyle Estate and Farm for the first time. And after receiving their design themes for the competition, they set off on their first room challenge, the spare room upstairs. Now, with time ticking away, they'll have to get their hands dirty to finish before the deadline.
The stage is set and the duos are on the clock to work towards their first space. And it can be anything but a bedroom. Now, this means that the options are endless and sometimes too many choices can cause some issues. For the grand prize of up to 600,000 Rand from Capitec, the duos will have to bank on each other to get the job done.
House Signature Shannon plan on transforming their space into a craft room, with the walls and ceilings clad in PG Bison Clydeshaw melamine boards from Timber City that have the natural grain and indentation of wood, but are practical and low maintenance.
We are currently in what is going to be our craft room. Deadline is coming up. I think that is quite a hectic point for everyone at this point. For now, they are still putting the boards up, getting everything cut out for where our plugs are going and where the plumbing points are going. And then after this goes up, ceilings are going up because there's nothing there yet.
It feels like nothing is happening, but lots is happening.
Yeah, it's like they say, like, jy wil van, happy for happy. So it's like, stukkie for stukkie, you might just push through.
House Signature Shiraz is creating a minimalist study space featuring vintage elements, and Zanal is on the hunt for materials.
Today I am shopping at Buco in Paul. We are here to find some data rails, and then for another DIY that we're doing in our first challenge room is a lime wash paint. So brushes, paint buckets, and some drop sheets. A data rail is actually a very vintage way of decorating a space. And because we have such a modern and classical blend of styles, keeping it quite streamlined, slimlined, and modern, like this one. This is the perfect one. The next step would be to cut them, measuring, marking out the lengths and the heights of each, and then getting those 45-degree corners perfect. It's interesting how both of us coming from Paul, even with our age gap, you know, we are so in line with the design style. It's mind-bothering. We're planning to do a study, keep it paid back, but sophisticated, and create that calm environment for someone to go and have a moment to themselves.
Cool, now we've got all our measurements done, so let's cut it and get it done.
I found myself at this stage in my life, just finished my own personal study, and hopefully in the near future it will become a nursery. I'm originally from Durbanville, and now I found myself in the heart of Paul. I'm starting my life with my fiance. We recently got engaged. He is quite literally my rock in life. With him by my side, I know I have it all.
House Signature Chardonnay plan on a multifunctional space that covers work, play, and relaxation all in one.
When you're a designer and you're working alone most of the time, it's just your vision and your vision alone, you know, but now to bring it together with somebody else's vision, it's so exciting to see.
So the spare room challenge.
I think that we should do something that really will appeal to a great market. And I think everybody needs a place to work from or to do homework.
Perhaps it's a space to chill in. So I think we should explore it from that angle as well.
It's a question of how we tie all of those different functions together, right?
It's about telling the story. It looks like we are getting the BICs installed today. You can see the guys are starting with the tall units, and this is going to be the actual storage portion of our design.
Easy Life Kitchens is absolutely essential in the design of this room because a lot of it is cabinetry, some joinery.
You can see that they've implemented my design like 100%. I just need to check the width to ensure that our couch will fit.
Well, I'm busy lining up the wallpaper before I can put any glue on it or the wall. This is a very important part of the process because if you don't do this, you will mess up the pattern. The wallpaper is one textured. We love textured walls. I think that really brings a lot of warmth into the space. Already it's a cozy room, so we want to, make it feel like it's scrumptious, We are looking really, really good for time. In fact, I might take Sunday off and go to the spa, Charles. I find it really de-stressing, just checking all the alignments, using my hands. 2 meters. I've got all of them at 1.9.
That's not supposed to be there. This was going to be a two-way light switch. We canceled the two-way, but now, unfortunately, it has been cut into, and this is definitely a reminder to make sure that whatever you decide, you communicate to everyone on site.
The marble people and Ease Life Kitchens did help us come up with a creative solution. They've extended our backsplash all the way up over it. It also makes more sense from a practical point of view, considering that we do have some plumbing here. We do want to protect the joinery beyond it, so it makes sense to bring up the slab. It's actually a bit of a blessing in disguise.
In disguise, exactly.
You've got to take it all as it comes, eh?
Mm-hmm. Cupboards is one thing that's permanent in your house. It's not every day that you hear someone replaces their cupboards. So this has to be something that's pared back, something that's really timeless and of supreme quality. So we have Easy Life Kitchens, having our backs there. I personally love a little shaker detail, so hopefully me and Lee can agree on that.
I'm 100 short on every drop. I can join, just don't prefer to join, but I can join. And I'll join in an inconspicuous way, in an inconspicuous area. We have some vinyl flooring coming in herringbone. Now, I'm a big fan of vinyl. It's not like tapete, but like this tapete. That's what people think vinyl is, but vinyl has really come a long way over the last couple of years. The comfortable finish to have as a flooring finish.
We are using oak vinyl floors, and we are using in a very interesting way. We are going for a chateau floor, which is more of a square pattern with your 45-degree angle patterns in between. It's a time-consuming thing to do. We're sure it's going to pay off because we want to do something a bit different, but it does also allow for some opportunity or for mistakes.
Parador is amazing. They are our absolute lifesavers with our laminate selection that we chose from them. It's an easy click-in floating installation, and before we know it, I guess our floors will be done.
Wow.
It looks stunning.
It's amazing.
The texture on this floor is just insane.
It looks really like a natural wood, eh?
Yeah, you can't believe it's laminate.
We made the perfect choice. It's exactly what we want.
Our floor is one of our proudest moments. It's just what we wanted. We went for laminates, but it actually looks like real wood on that floor.
We're working well together, I would say.
I agree. It's literally like if you need a number 1, 2, 3, Lee's 1, I'm 2, and we're both 3. It's like a puzzle piece that just fits together. For this particular room, we're focusing on the smaller elements to make our personalities pop.
Nou, kom sny julle net eers die 2 koppe. En dan sit julle sny julle daai stukkies by.
Lee's uncle George, he's helping us to perfect our 45-degree angle miters for our dado rails going up in our study to create a little special classical moment.
It's a very proud moment to have my uncle on the show as well, because he's so knowledgeable in the carpentry and wood trade.
It's a pleasure because I'm his godfather. You see, so it's a pleasure for me, and I would like to take my knowledge and give it to him. But ek nou die miters.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. If the paneling isn't perfect, it will show. So we need to get on that. We need to make sure the beading is installed perfectly. Everything is on a level plane. But other than that, I'm quite happy with the progress. I mean, we are cutting it close.
A little bit, as a lot.
Because of how we've designed it, it's all kind of just slots in place.
Yeah.
So what I'm concerned about is the fact that the window wall hasn't been primed, and we've got blinds and curtains coming in on Judging Day. So I hope that they can get that sorted, can actually prime it, and it will dry and paint it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Up next, deadline day is fast approaching and the duos scramble to complete their spaces on time.
At Easy Life Kitchens, we design kitchens and our clients bring them to life. Your vision, our expertise, the perfect kitchen.
Tian Jacobs from House Signature Shannon has eclectic design in his DNA, which is perfectly reflected in a recent project on the West Coast.
Hi guys, welcome to Azerton and welcome to the barn. This is where all the action happens. We have a great built-in pizza oven, we have a lovely fireplace to your left, and you have the open doors inviting you to the outside. So the barn is definitely one of my proudest projects to be involved with because working with Evie has been such a blessing. She has a different take on architecture than what traditional South African sense would be. She comes with a fresh take. It's completely different to anything you've experienced before. Also, the way that she manages to just place things and it looks completely unintentional, but everything is thought out. There's so much attention to detail paid. You can look at even the lights that have the little bird's nest on them. They had to make sure they had got the right light bulb to make sure that that works, and it's stunning. The space speaks for itself. This is called Forestry Stories. This is a really eclectic space that we come to find really, really interesting items, stuff that you won't find anywhere else. It's extremely out of the ordinary. I was actually put onto this place by Evie Alsner. She has a very eclectic taste. She has a great eye for finding old items and making them look really, really new and special. So I knew I had to come here the moment we started working on this project. Items like these old measuring jugs would work really well, you know, especially because you mix chemicals and you mix plant food and whatnot. It needs to be relevant, but it also needs to create the correct vibe. I really, really love these hanging lamps with the counterweights. I think they can be used in a very unique way to create almost a desk lamp. If we mount it correctly and we get the heights correct, it could be a showstopper. It could be the piece that wins the room.
From vintage thrifting by House Signature Shannon to Woolies' latest interior trends, House Signature Shiraz takes a different approach.
Scents are pretty important. It's what you remember. When you exit the space, it will always stay with you. So it's quite important that we get the right scent.
I think we need to have a signature scent throughout the house. Let's try this one because it ties in with our color.
Oh my gosh. That's the perfect one. We are here to buy some decorative elements for our first challenge room. It is a more clear.
Yeah, we're going for a natural type of burgundy, vanilla type of look. And wood has a lot to offer. This one is a little bit too thick, but and not the
please, but this color is perfect. Yeah. We found the perfect scarf. That's just the most amazing, soft burgundy scarf that we are using to create a little moment in our study. That makes me excited.
Stepping away from the site, House Signature Chardonnay take a moment to connect with nature and the beauty of Paul.
Paul is absolutely beautiful.
It is stunning.
We wake up with inspiration every day.
I think the one thing I can't get enough of here is all the views, whichever way you look.
Yeah,
it's just all
amazing views in every direction, and I love that no two views are the same.
Right?
So it's very natural and organic in that sense.
It's a beautiful surprise, I must say.
We are industry friends.
It was first a follow on Instagram. We admired each other's work, and that's how we met.
We like each other's vibe. We're both very chilled. We haven't worked on a full project together before. We just, take nuggets here and there. I'll ask this and that. F and I have great synergy, and we complement each other in that we are very good at different things when it comes to design. So I'm a bigger picture designer, and she's the sort of person that'll go into the details to make sure that that bigger picture happens and it happens well. We really want to make sure that whoever ends up buying this home feels like they are one with nature. It's serenity, it's a haven, it's an experience more than just a design, and I think that's what's really gonna, push us over the edge here.
We are in Paul, in Carricraft, and een van hulle nuwe winkels. We are here to choose some items for our study.
Today we're looking for a desk and we're looking for some chairs for our study, and hopefully we'll find something that we like that will make us very happy. Wow.
This is perfect for our study.
And I like the color, and also because we have that custom-made steel door. As you come into the study, it's going to work perfectly with us.
This occasional chair is so perfect for our house. We're planning to do a very fine, thin and sleek steel balustrade on our staircase, and that chair is like a exact representation of the detail that we want to incorporate.
We're looking for a desk that has classic elements as well as something modern, but something timeless. Check out this black table. That's exactly the color that we need. We should ask them for the catalog if maybe they've got like a black desk.
The study is one of the smaller bedrooms in the house, so we're really looking for something that feels small and it feels light, but it is at the end of the day a desk, so it has to have sufficient counter space. That one is,
yes.
That's perfect.
Great.
That's it.
I like the lines of the desk. It's super, super classical, but also very modern, and it won't date.
It's gonna go beautifully with our black, sleek steel on the chair.
Yeah.
Thanks to Capitec, we're still clopping with the budget.
We are at the Sofa Company in Cape Town, and we are here to look at some sleeper couches.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. So I really like this color.
And the shape, what are you thinking?
I'm in love with the shape. It's curvy, it's cute. This blanket is fun. I love the texture of this couch. It also feels like it's quite low, which is a little bit modern. I like that about it. I think it's fantastic. I love the color and the boucle. It's very comfortable also. I was completely against sleeper couches. This was actually Pepe's idea.
This is apparently the chill sofa.
Let's see how this one works.
Grab and fold out.
Oh my goodness, this is massive. This is massive. Cherry on top about this chill sofa is that it doesn't look like a sleeper couch at first glance, so that fits perfectly into our study theme.
Okay, so I am back at CTM. Oh, this is nice. Out shopping for the basin and the tap. Tian is out doing his shopping things. We know each other well enough so that I can make an executive decision like this. I'm leaning towards white. I don't know, something about this is just tickling my fancy. So for the craft room, I think this would be perfect because it's big enough to wash your paintbrushes or your tools or your hands in. So yeah, I'm actually really leaning towards this one. It also looks like a creme brulee bucket, and I love dessert, so that's very sweet. But I am also liking this square one. I think this is going to be a tough decision. CTM definitely has a lot of options. Something caught my eye, and it is this one. I believe this is the graphite range, the Tivoli graphite. This is absolutely stunning because I love the color because it's not matte black and it's not chrome. This is actually perfect. I really, really like this color and it has a gorgeous shine to it. I like this tab. This is coming in our craft room, and the fact that they have quite the range on it, this can be used throughout the whole house. So that was easy.
So we were very fortunate to find this beautiful piece of corporacy in Paarl. And my idea was that we have it in the corner here over the seat, so that you could sort of adjust it as a light from the roof.
Is it adjustable?
It is adjustable.
Oh, and I love the color.
The color matches perfectly, doesn't it?
You did so well.
I'm so excited for it to be installed.
Oh, no, definitely me. I love it. Love it.
That's why I know that I can trust you on the shopping sprees because you can definitely color match.
It's a very particular room. It's got a very specific style, so you need to pay a lot of attention to detail, make sure we finish everything perfectly.
I call it the creme brulee buckies. They literally look like creme brulee.
There's something about it that feels soft and light, and it goes with the theme of the room. We've also got lovely Tivoli taps from them. I'm so excited about those.
They are absolutely gorgeous.
They are stunning. I'm obsessed with them.
Up next, the design chaos continues as the duos get their hands dirty with DIY.
We're Carla,
Tito, and Mario, the CTM homemakers. Your partners in all things style, value, and DIY.
Creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacob's 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
Today we are fitting our lovely oak veneer ceilings. We're a bit pressed for time, but our lovely carpentry team is working overtime and we're really confident that we'll be ready by judging. The adrenaline is running high, there's a lot to do, We need to stay focused. Yeah, we haven't slept. Basically, the entire room is being featured as a Buco room. We are actually doing the ceilings in oak veneer boards. They had to be fitted last in order to fit all the panels first because it's very important to get your grains to line up. If you look at the paneling, it's virtually maintenance-free, which is a great thing when you consider adding value. People won't ever have to treat those walls again.
So we bought these 2 baskets for our DIY project, and we also bought 2 lamp holders with a nice sort of wooden finish so that we can match that and match our floors, which I think is great. You'll see we bought something that's got a bit of an open weave so that once the light bulb is in there, it shines bright and it creates shapes and textures that quite mimic the texture and the pattern that's on the wallpaper already.
You don't have to buy everything, guys. You can put 1 and 2 together and it creates,
customize,
create something beautiful.
So I'm doing final touch-ups on a lime wash paint technique. Buco was kind enough to advise us on the method. We went with